What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Web4 Roundtable. Today's show is sponsored by at Gilmore_States GC token, tokenizing real estate on Hedera. Token ID 0.032414181. Shout out to Gilmore States again for sponsoring our show. I'll give them another shout out towards the end of the show. We had an absolutely amazing show on Thursday last week. You guys can see my screen on the live stream. We interviewed Skelly Betts, so kind of blew up. A lot of you guys tuned in, and then I just looked at the space as well. We haven't done a show since last Thursday, but seeing how many of you guys actually showed up, seeing how many of you guys are actually engaging with the platform is why over the weekend I tested it out and got to see just kind of what the platform is all about. So go check it out. Go see what's going on. Episode 247. If you don't know where our shows are linked, either on YouTube or X, of course, we do host shows Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. EST. Place to be in Web3 here on X and on YouTube as well. You can see the rotating banner down below, live streaming on X and YouTube Live. So if you just go and type in, let me actually pull it up for you guys so you can see what we're rocking with here. Web4 Roundtable on YouTube as well. Our live stream is live over here in our next shows for Wednesday and our special edition. We're coming up on 1 year in about a week or two of hosting shows. So episode 250 this Thursday, September 5th. We want to do some giveaways, some special stuff for that event. So you don't want to miss any of our shows, really, if you want to stay up to date with the latest news and alpha here in Hedera. But of course, episode 250 is going to be a special show. So this past Thursday, again, we did interview our last show, episode 247. We interviewed Skelly Betts. So also at the same, literally as the show was ending, you see Crypto Tracker. Shout out to you, brother. What's up? It looks like the the announcement with Shane happened last Thursday. So you never really know what kind of announcements are going to break during the shows. And that's why I always look forward to hosting these and just kind of having conversations with you guys. I know some people in the community said, hey, like, I just kind of saw some conversations happening about, like when after the news came out, it's like, we should like host a space and talk about it. But I just was super blunt. I said, one, like I already talked about it in our show on Thursday. Like I'm more than happy to have conversations, but we also have our alpha chat. I did touch on it already. On the Thursday show, of course, at the end. So if you guys want to hear my take towards the end of the show here on Thursday, episode 247, feel free to go back and listen. As always, our shows are always recorded on X and on YouTube, so you can always go back and listen to any of the alpha if you did miss any of it as well. Just some housekeeping there. But yeah, I don't think there's a ton to talk about the foundation or Shane or anything. I'll touch on it here. But essentially, there's not a lot to unpack outside of, okay, like if Shane is being removed, right? If is he getting fired? We don't necessarily know, and I don't think we need to like get into the weeds of that. But if the community did play that much of a role in our shows, right? We talked about it for months on end for a period there, and we tried our best to be professional, cordial, and really make an impact, make a difference, right? And just being able to see that, I do believe we did ultimately. And it's, for me, it's not about are we going to have the power or the effect as a community to get people fired or what have you, right? But if things need to shift for the betterment of our community and we can actually have healthy dialogues about that, that's the name of the game at the end of the day, what we're doing. And if that means people are removed from positions or I was mainly advocating just for pay decreases. If the revenue on Hedera isn't that high, why are certain people just getting paid that much? That was my main thing. If people are going to get removed, what have you, and if there's maliciousness going on, I think that's a separate conversation to have. And so, I wasn't necessarily expecting for that to happen, especially during our show on Thursday. But it happened, right? That is something. If you guys missed out of any of the news on Hedera the last few days since Thursday, well, we're going to cover some of the weekend news as well. I'll give you guys the rundown of what's going on as well. And of course, what's going on in the last 24 hours as well. So don't forget to leave a like, drop a like down in the like, and leave a retweet as well. It is the best way to support our show here at the end of the day. And if you guys are rocking with any of the HBark token, any of the barking game, feel free to bark in the comment section if you find any value out of our show here today as well. But Thursday was an absolutely crazy show. Again, if you guys missed episode 247, definitely go back and listen to it. This show will start here shortly. So again, I hope you guys are doing well here today. Let me pull up the Hedera transactions as we usually do to kick off the show, just kind of highlighting, showcasing the power of the network. We're hovering around 1900, 1700 TPS transactions per second, which is correlated with our revenue. Once we actually start getting some unsubsidized governing council members jumping in, buying HBAR, having their use cases go live, that kind of stuff, that's when I do believe we'll really see, right? We're over 2000 TPS here. That's when we'll really see that step function that Lehman and Mance have always talked about. And we have not seen that outside of Atma on any chain. And I've studied Ethereum over the weekend. I took some time to study more and more what's going on in Solana and Ethereum, which is what I usually do. Just there's not like a crazy amount of stuff happening in Hedera that we're able to cover most of it on our shows here. And so I've been spending more time in Solana Ethereum, just really seeing what's going on, what kind of headway are they making. And to be honest, from what I understand, there's a lot of struggling happening on other chains to really adopt enterprises and really scale use cases. And so when people want to talk poorly about Hedera on the tech side or the adoption side, I feel very comfortable in my Hedera bags. I feel very comfortable here in the Hedera ecosystem, and arguably a lot of you guys do as well, because we know what we hold, we know what's going on in the ecosystem, and we're pretty educated on what's really going down in the space. Sure, do things need to change? Do we need more marketing? Do we need more DeFi? Do we need a bunch of different things? Right? Yeah, we need. We're always going to need something, right, to always improve, to grow. But that's just the beauty of this space. It's the journey. At the end of the day, it's not all about the destination. It's about how do we get to all these different points, right? Not just point A to point B, but all the way through Z and so on. So again, their mainnet absolutely cooking here. It's not cooked. And then the testnet, of course, I saw it recently up to like, maybe I gotta zoom out. The testnet was fire, and I think it was up to like 10K or something. Someone had a screenshot going. So definitely go check out what's going on at, what is the website called? Hedera Transactions, txns.com, if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest Hedera transactions. Feel free, again, we are streaming live on YouTube. Feel free to go shoot us a subscription. Feel free to like. Also, if you're on YouTube, I know there's a bunch of you guys that have been tuning in live on YouTube. Feel free to leave. I haven't actually said this before, but leave a like on the YouTube video. And I haven't really showed the YouTube side of stuff really much, but feel free to leave a like on the YouTube video if you like the content here today as well. And then again, friendly reminder, episode 247. I think just doing a little recap since we haven't done a show in a few days over the weekend. And then on Monday, it was just super slow yesterday. And then also for holidays, I in the past, I was doing shows during the holidays, but just out of respect for everyone. And I know a lot of people are just completely disconnected, which is good, right? I advocate pretty heavily for a work-life balance. I don't think life is all about working. I do believe in enjoying your life and taking some time to rest. I think that's extremely important. What's up, Heisen Jake? What's good, brother? You said IPEX. Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well, brother. We've had you on the show a few times for some interviews. Maybe it's time to bring you back on, brother. But yeah, I did say in the alpha chat, here's some alpha for you guys as well. If you're not in our alpha chat already, I did mention before we start getting into some specific alpha here, some items here for the day. Let me pull up my account here. If you guys didn't know, this is actually Saturn. It's a real picture from, I think, NASA. They just recently published it. I forgot which satellite, which probe was orbiting Saturn. So this is real, super cool. All right, our YouTube link right here. And then I did just recently, before the show started, I think this is going to be the best way, and I'll update the image here. But if you're not in our X community, Web4 Roundtable, daily HBAR shows, 5 p.m. EST, tap in to catch the latest trend. Something I think makes a lot of sense to start doing is to actually link to come up to speak in here. So it's somewhere in here. There's a bunch of posts. Should be in here somewhere. I don't know how this gets organized, but there's a lot of posts. Here it is. Okay, I guess it's just at the bottom. So again, if you guys want to come up as a speaker, if you're in the community, in our X community, the link is just right here. And then, of course, in the alpha chat, I've been sharing it there as well. So those of you guys that want to come up to speak, if you saw our interview with Skelly Betts on Thursday, that's what it would look like essentially. And you can either show your face or your PFP. It lets you do it before you come up on the stage. I wouldn't worry about your camera being open right away. That's not how it works. So definitely go check that out. But yeah, the link is right here as well. All right. So I think that's most of the house rules here. Don't forget to like and retweet the show here and the space as well. If you're on the spaces, hit that button on the bottom right to like and retweet the show here as well. If you're in the live stream as well, feel free to leave a comment if you guys are here. Looks like there was like some bug or something with the barking game. Looks like a bunch of people were I know I was moved down a lot, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Hopefully, Jack gets that sorted very soon as well. Shout out to the barking game. All right, here's something fun. I did want to. Oh, it looks like the votes, the more votes came in here. I shared this with our alpha chat a little bit earlier. Okay, this is alpha. By the way, so what's the superior breakfast? Highly recommend you guys voting. I'm very curious. I'm also very hungry, so I'm trying to figure out what's going to be the best breakfast here. So Belgian waffles, fluffy pancakes, French toast, crispy crepes. I've actually been making myself quite a bit of French toast lately for breakfast. So got to get that protein in, got to get the eggs in. You guys know how it goes. So yeah, French toast. A bunch of you guys in the comments were commenting French toast too. So sounds like French toast is going to be the winner, but we'll see. I don't know if you guys have ever had a very crunchy but soft on the inside Belgian waffle. That's pretty tough to beat. In college, they had crepes near where I lived, so I would grab some crepes. I had never had them till I was like in my 20s, so that was kind of wild, life-changing experience. I think crepes are pretty underrated. And then, of course, an amazing fluffy but crispy pancake is kind of insane as well. So feel free to go vote. Let me know what you guys think as well. I threw up some polls over the last 24 hours, so I'll just touch on some of them, kind of gauge the community sentiment. So as long as it's not botted, which I don't know why this would get botted in any capacity. If it is, then obviously these numbers are kind of irrelevant. But it looks like 396 of you voted, which is absolutely amazing. There's still quite a few of you guys active still around here. Looks like your biggest HBAR token bag is HBAR, which some people are kind of shocked because I do hear and see a lot of you guys talking about how, which this isn't necessarily a bad thing, just something I've noticed. I've heard some people talk about how they've sold all their HBAR and they're all in on HTS tokens, right? Which again, that's not a bad thing. Just it's a personal decision, right? But it's seemingly, again, if it's not botted, seemingly most of you guys are actually just chilling on your HBAR bags and you're waiting for something, or maybe you're just gonna sit on HBAR. I don't know, but my vote actually would be HBAR if I was able to vote here. So fascinating results. I just chose a couple other tokens that I saw that had some of the highest volume for the last 24 hours. So it's not about bias or anything like that. I'm just sort of just clicking it based on volume. So yeah, very fascinating as well. So shout out to Sauce Karate Girl. Down in the comment section, it looks like a bunch of you guys commented quite a few other tokens. So if you guys want to go look at that, I'm mainly doing this for community feedback as well. I want to see where you guys are, where your head is at with that as well. But there's quite a few. Oh, it looks like a bunch of you guys just voted 401 votes. Yeah, a bunch of you guys just voted HBAR and Sauce. So yeah, go check that out. Feel free to go vote as well. All right, so here's something interesting. We'll get into some of the daily news here shortly as well in the next few minutes. But I did want to touch on this one. This is just speculation. I don't know what it is exactly. I'll just touch on it here, though. Centex did an announcement, I believe yesterday or over the weekend. Thrilled to announce joining forces with We the Mount, providing a novel piece of infrastructure for Hedera's retail-facing project. So this will come in the form of NFTs that projects can use to leverage Hedera accounts in ways that no one else is doing on another chain yet. More soon, stay tuned. So I honestly have no idea what this is, what it looks like. So I'll just read it again. NFTs that projects can use to leverage Hedera accounts. So not sure what that means. Jake, Jake, if you have any ideas, anyone else in the live stream, maybe you guys have some secret alpha, let us know. Here, anyone, if you guys have any ideas. Patricia says she can't wait to see it live. I said I can't wait to see what it is. I'm always excited to see more platforms working together, creating new things. Yeah, looks like Joshua here, Roomsburg. I actually don't know who he is. But it looks like he had a poll. It looks like Hedera's clearly taking the lead on this one. If a store accepts the USDC for payments, your checkout need to pay. Which blockchain are you paying with? So definitely go check that out. Feel free to go vote, support the ecosystem. All right. So this is going to be the last of the posts on my end before we start jumping into some of the alpha, some of the technical analysis. Again, Skelly Betts interview, episode 247. A bunch of you guys tuned in. Shout out to everyone. I hope you guys are checking out the platform and really just checking out all the latest builders in the ecosystem. I think that's probably the most important thing, supporting them, engaging with them, checking out what they're doing. I do believe our ecosystem is that much better for it when we do start coming together, supporting one another in those ways as well. All right. So let's jump into some technical analysis. Skelly Betts, I'm not sure. You said sounds pretty cool. Have no idea what they mean. What are you referring to? I'm not sure. Is it something that was said? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to there, but what's up, brother? Good to have you on the show again. All right. Let me jump onto some technical analysis. So we have not charted anything since last Wednesday, which seems to be the running theme. Oh, okay, I see. The Centex We the Mouse post. Yeah, I have no idea what they mean either. But it sounds cool. I mean, with NFTs, being able to connect with wallets, that kind of stuff, hopefully it is something really good for our ecosystem as well. They've been absolutely killing it, continuing to show up. So really cool to see. And again, shout out to Skelly Betts. Go check out their interview last Thursday as well. All right, so we're going to jump into some technical analysis here before we get into some of the Hedera latest news here. Again, don't forget to like and retweet the show here. It is the best way to support our show. It is free as well. Just hit that button on the bottom right. And of course, our show is sponsored here today by Gilmore Estate. All right, you guys, let's get into some technical analysis. Fear and Greed Index chilling at 47 level. That was pretty much where we saw it last week on Wednesday. So not much is happening right now. You guys are aware of the charts. We did have a dip over the last few days. Over the weekend, I did catch that. I did see it. So let's see what the charts are telling us here today. So we scroll down here. Again, we're continuing to chop. We're seeing more of that momentum leaving the market. We're at that 46.78 range on the sentiment. The longer we usually stay in the yellow, that usually means we're going to have a drop and or a pump. So we're getting very close. I did say October, which we're going to start looking at some of the stochastics, the RSIs, that kind of stuff. We're going to see just what do we have in store? Are we going to really have a trend reversal, or are we going to be dumping? And are we going to have to just wait till next summer, which a lot of people do not want to wait for that. I do believe we're going to see a lot more people leave the market soon. But even if that happens, of course, we're gonna weather the storm. We're gonna figure out what's going on in the market and continue to push forward. I do believe in the future of this space, of this ecosystem, especially here in Hedera. And I'm surely not going anywhere. I know a lot of you guys are definitely not going anywhere as well in terms of leaving this ecosystem. All right. Let me pull up some technical analysis for Bitcoin, and I'll be right back. Also, if you guys are in the spaces side of things, you cannot see my screen. Let me actually share my live stream link with you guys as well. Oh, it looks like a bunch of you guys are commenting on some of the posts. I'll have to touch on some of that. All right. If you guys are in the spaces, just really quick here, I just shared the link in the Jumbotron to the live stream. So if you guys have not jumped on the live stream, if you want to follow along with my screen, feel free to do so now. If you do not plan on coming up on speaking, if you do want to come up and speak, feel free to hit that button on the bottom left to speak here. All right. And then, of course, the link is in our alpha chat to come up and speak as a speaker in the live stream. And it is also in, oh, you know what? yeah, September 1st. So this candle's like 2-3 days old. Yeah, we'll touch on the way the candles look, the monthly RSI, all that good stuff. Yep. And if you guys want to come up as a speaker, just go to the community tab on my page and scroll down. You'll see the link to come up for the live stream. All right. What are we looking at here? September, new candle. Can't really say much about this candle. It's so brand new, so I'll just kind of leave it at that. This candle did close as a hammer, which usually signals a trend reversal. We're still trending down in terms of momentum, which is totally fine. That's not necessarily a bad thing. That just means price action is just kind of slowly weakening. It doesn't mean the end of the world, though. So basically, until we get an actual cross, which are extremely close for a cross, and at any point when we actually get positive price action, that is when we see a cross here. So I did say at some point in September, we will most likely be having that cross. So we're just gonna have to watch, continue to wait and see. We're gonna see more of this chop. We have not closed below 53K. Currently sitting around 58K. We have not closed above 73K. So we're still in this range. We have not consolidated or closed below any level that I'm concerned about. But if we do continue to lose momentum and we do not have a cross up, we could easily see going into September, October, maybe even November, we could see further downside of momentum, which could eventually lead us to breaking 53K, which would ultimately make us probably drop in the mid to low 40s, which I've been saying could be scenario. That was scenario, which scenario was it? Scenario two, which would basically mean the next cross would happen sometime. The next bullish cross would happen sometime in the summer of 2025, which is basically what we're seeing here, which we have not been below these levels since April 2023. So we're coming up on a little bit over a year at these levels. So if we continue to lose momentum, again, we just have to kind of watch and see. But something that has not changed in this entire cycle is we have not had an official alt season yet. So if you guys agree, disagree with me, let me know on that one. We have not had it where altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. It just has not happened yet. That is when most of the profits, most of the big pumps happen in crypto. Bitcoin's still chilling around 60, that 60 level on the RSI, still considered in a bull run. It's above 50 on the monthly candles, still looking strong, still looking good. Could it lose momentum? Did it get overblown? Did I say it was overblown back in February, March? 1000% yes. But it doesn't mean that it's all over. Even if we do drop into the 40s, I did say back here that we could retrace, which would be so 30. So here's the numbers. When we're up here in the 75 range, a 30% historically drop is normal for a bull run. That would put us at 53K. A 40% drop would put us at that 43K range. So we very much could retrace down here and it would still be normal and healthy for the bull run. It would still put us in that summer range. So those are the two scenarios I'm still eyeing very closely. And I'm personally not touching much DeFi. Nothing gets anyone tokens. I'm super bullish on a lot of you guys with tokens. But for me, it's too volatile for me to get a massive pump unless you just have like crazy strong fundamentals or a community, which is going to be even more tough to accomplish until we have that cross upward. So for me personally, until we have that cross for Bitcoin, let me throw up Hedera's. Let's see where Hedera currently is sitting. And I don't check it too much over the weekend. I really try to show you guys here live on the show. All right, so 42, currently sitting at 42 for Hedera. 0.049, about 5 cents on the day here, September 3rd, 2024. 1.767 billion in the market cap. Let's see what we're cooking with here. What Hedera up to here today? Skelly Bets just asked, do I fear a recession? Honestly, have no idea. I mean, I'm really just kind of following the charts. If anything on the macro happens, it's really something out of my scope, my expertise. I'm not necessarily an expert on any of this by any means. I just have some experience over the last cycle. I'm just kind of sharing with you guys what I've learned and what I'm seeing in the charts. But at the end of the day, regardless of what happens with the recession or anything on the macro, wars, that kind of stuff, ultimately, we have not had an alt season. We had COVID, right? You guys probably all remember that. you're here during that time in the markets still continue to trend, still continue to do its thing even after the pullback. Even if we have anything major on a pullback, oh wow, H4 did cross below here. That's what I was saying would probably happen, which it just did over the weekend. It looks like, yeah. I mean, the market still will do its thing, regardless of recessions or anything like that. Unless it's like something massive, massive that'll cause the cycle to just do something completely abnormal, for like an extended period of time, like years. Then everything's just kind of out the door at that point. But we still haven't had an official alt season yet. But we're still having more and more bigger players, the banks, enterprises, so on, being more interested, jumping in on crypto, which is the biggest catalyst that I'm looking at personally for an insane rally for the tokens that are actually going to make it. I think once we actually have regulations, that's when things will shift. And if you guys agree or disagree, let me know in the live stream, in the live comments, and or in the comment section on the spaces as well. All right, so Hedera again dropping. So the blue is the fast line of momentum, the orange is the slow line. So basically for bullish momentum, you want the blue to be on top. So we're not there currently. And then to be considered in an official bull run, you want this R side to be above 50. So we're currently at 41. We did drop. We've been in a downtrend since February, which is pretty standard because we are following Bitcoin. We have definitely not decoupled from Bitcoin. These are bearish candles at the end of the day. This did not close as a hammer like Bitcoin. So we're currently in a downtrend. No surprise there. But it doesn't mean, I mean, it also shows that it can only get so much worse from here because we're basically at the absolute bottom level of the stochastic RSI. I mean, it's basically going to get to zero, and then that's it. You can't go any lower than that. So basically, we could enter the 4 cent range, but that's pretty much the absolute weakest that HBAR could probably get, unless we get like some insane negative thing that happened that will push us further down. But again, we have not had an all season yet, so it's all about momentum at the end of the day, and you can't get any lower on the momentum spectrum than zero. Just like you can't get any higher than 100 right here with the H4 Foundation post with the RCAX. So just really studying what's going on in the markets and seeing, trying to time, hey, like, should I have taken profits here? Asking yourself this. And the answer is yes. You can't get any higher than this on the momentum. You do not have that many touch points where you actually cross down. We actually crossed down right here. Let's see. And then we crossed up in December, which is when we had the big rally, right? All of Saucer Swap and all your favorite dexes and tokens, everything rallied like crazy through February. So if you're watching the charts, this is what you're going to want to look at. And then guess what? When was the absolute best time to buy? Right before this cross up happened in December, November. All your tokens, name any of them. They went up 5, 10, 20x, whatever. Hedera, same thing. So just watch the charts. We're almost back down at this level too, which is super fascinating. So you felt like back in February, March, maybe this foundation pump, if you felt like you missed the bull run, especially for Hedera, that can be farther from the truth. The fullness of what the bull run is going to bring, especially for all season, is at these levels. These are the times when most people are going to be capitulating, selling, consolidating, trying to find other plays outside of Hedera or wherever. But these are the times where you want to buy, because if you bought at 3 cents and you sold at 20 cents, okay, well, a 7x is pretty awesome compared to a lot of other tokens in the the grand crypto space. And so just be aware when everyone's trying to sell and leave and FUD or whatever, those are the times you want to be picking up. Not financial advice, of course. Just looking at historically, I knew a lot of people that said, I wish I would have picked up more at 3 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents at all these levels here over the summer last year during the bear market, the double bottom over here. And then boom, we had crazy 10, 12, 14 cents for a good chunk for a few months there, actually. And then we even had the little blow off top there before all season starts at 20 cents. So I think this is a massive indicator of what is yet to come. I do believe that there's a lot primed in the market as well. So if you're bullish on Hedera, feel free to like and retweet. I do believe every single like on our show here will raise the price of HBAR by 1 cent. I don't make the rules, but yeah, momentum is basically at all-time lows. Basically can't get any further lower than this from basically the December 2022 low. So that we're coming up on almost 2 years of how low the momentum is, which is totally fine. We want to see the momentum get as low as possible before alt season starts, because the next time we get up here, I will be taking most of my profits. I know that this wasn't alt season, that's why I didn't take my profits there. Should I have? Sure. But I don't really do the short term or monthly. I'm really looking for when is the Pico top in for the cycle. That's when I want to really share with you guys, hey, that this is when we gotta be considering, and again, once the RSI is back up here, 80s, 90s, 100s, that is when we were all the way up here at the last Pico top, right, of H bar. Let me scroll out here. I mean, pretty much at the last, what were we at, like 50, 60 cents, and it was just a downtrend ever since. So the bear market. So we have not been this high in a long time, years. And so the next time, once we actually have an alt season, we do want to be down here, confirming at these levels and trending upwards. So we're not there yet, but we're coming towards the bottom. Basically, if you want to call it a bear market, basically the end of whatever the bear market was. If obviously we're in a bull run, but for altcoins in particular, the end of the bear market for altcoins seemingly is near within the next 6 months, if not sooner than that, if alt season is explosive and happens soon. So again, just stay patient, level-headed, continue to watch the markets, watch the charts, see what's going on. But of course, Bitcoin at the end of the day is what we're going to be looking at. Going to continue to track and see just kind of where Bitcoin is heading, because at the end of the day, if Bitcoin does drop, until we see a massive decoupling event in crypto or regulations, which will probably be coinciding with that, then yeah, I mean, we're probably not going to see much of a shift for altcoins just yet. Which again, if you guys are not familiar with altcoin season, essentially once Bitcoin loses its dominance. So let me actually show you guys a little bit on the charts here. Hopefully you guys are learning a thing or two here as well. I do want to try my best to continue to make sure that you guys are educated, up to date, and equipped with what's going on here in the space. Really, I want to make sure you guys are absolutely killing it this cycle. When new tokens, new NFTs, all that kind of stuff launches, I want to make sure you guys are up to date with what's going on, and I have the best opportunities ahead. All right, so basically this massive bluish purple. Can I make it bigger? Let's see, yeah. All right. So basically, this massive blue area, the bigger it is, that means the more dominant Bitcoin is. So right now, Bitcoin's at about 56.23. So let's see right here. So this was basically the peak of the alt season in 2021. And that was Bitcoin at 40%. So right now, Bitcoin's 16% more dominant of the entire crypto cycle. That's very a massive shift. And then let's see what the altcoins were at. 33.4. What are we at right now? 16.6. So basically, the entire crypto market cap of all altcoins would have to double at minimum just to be at the prior ratio. And so that could mean that certain altcoins, if they outperform other ones, which I do believe HBAR could be one of them, we would see way more than a 2x, which obviously no one's really here for a 2x. But you get my point. The percentage of dominance is nowhere even close. The entire altcoin ecosystem would have to double basically to be considered in that range, essentially. Let me see another one. Yeah, basically altcoins need to be in, excuse me, need to be in that 30 percentile range. This one over here, the 2018 altcoin season was almost at 50%. Bitcoin was at 32%. So massive shift. Right now, Bitcoin's still clearly massively dominating until we see Ethereum, unless Ethereum is going to go to the wayside, which I don't know what's going to happen with Ethereum, to be honest. I hear so many different takes. But if the revenue's at all-time lows for Ethereum, a lot more people are moving to Solana, that kind of stuff. Who knows what's going to end up happening with Ethereum, to be honest. And we're actually seeing dominance of Solana from 20, basically from our last cycle here. You're actually seeing Solana start to gain a little bit of market share, obviously in comparison to Ethereum. Ethereum's still a lot bigger, also BNB as well. But if you guys haven't been studying these cycles for a long time, it's also important to be aware that every few years, basically every cycle, the top 10, the tokens that are in the top 10 do change. Like we've had, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 cycles now. No, what do we have? 4, 5, maybe 6 cycles. It's what, every 3, 5, 4 years. Yeah, I mean, seeing how many of the top 10 tokens, and I'd highly recommend if you guys haven't seen this or studied this, the top 10 tokens that currently are, let me go look at them really quick. This could be like a little historical show as well. So again, September 3rd, 2024. So currently the top 10 tokens are Bitcoin, ETH, Tether, BNB, Solana, USDC, XRP, Dogecoin, Tron, and Ton. So if you guys aren't familiar, I mean, Litecoin used to be up here. Where's Litecoin? Down here at 19. I know Polkadot was up there at some point. Bitcoin Cash was definitely up there. I don't remember if Chainlink was up there. Uniswap was up there at one point. Yeah, I mean, the list goes on and on. You guys can see just kind of, and a lot of them are just not even in the top 50 anymore. So it's very important to just not get caught up with the day to day. I know it's very easy to get emotional about the market and see what's going on, but one of the most powerful tools that you could just use during this cycle is going to be your brain and your patience at the end of the day, and understanding that just because you're seeing a lot of this currently doesn't always mean that that will be the case as well. Some of these have been here for a long time. XRP was one of them for sure. Dogecoin's been around near the top 10 or in the top 10 for quite some time as well. Ton coin moved up recently. Um, yeah, very fascinating. It's very important to just kind of be aware of where the market's heading, where the market currently is at as well. All right. Well, there is your daily technical analysis. I'm excited to see where the market is heading, of course, with you all, and I'll do my best to keep you guys updated on what is going on in the market. All right, let's see what's cooking here. So, H Suite with DApp version 1.99. I'm gonna assume this isn't the V2 upgrade. I'm assuming it's not. You guys can go check it out. hbarsuite.app. Clear the browser cache for the best experience. So, to be honest, I went and looked at it. Let's see, I'm just reading the comments here. It just looks like a UI update. I'm not sure if there's anything else that changed. So if anyone is connected in H Suite, you want to provide a little bit of alpha, feel free to use the comment section, and I'll read it here shortly. But it looks like Wallet Connect integration, multi-count support in one tab, enhanced UI UX. So yeah, it looks like just kind of like a darker mode of what it was before. It looks pretty cool. I did try. Oh, you know what? Let me look it up really quick. I did try going on it earlier. hbarsuite.app. Let me see something, because something also that and if anyone from H Suite's listening, something that I've always looked for is the liquidity pools. Here we go. Okay, I think you can see them now. I feel like you couldn't see them before. Maybe it was only a desktop thing. Let me show my tab here. So this is the first time I'm actually seeing it. It looks better than what it was before for sure. So let me actually see if I can click on it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you can actually see it here. I don't know. Here, let me look up software swap real quick. 1 second. Something that I've always looked for was the liquidity pools. So see the difference here really quick. Okay. So this is something that I've also just kind of looked for as well for H Suite. And maybe this is just something to take note of at current time. So basically, if I'm looking for a pool, I do want to know the liquidity, the volume, right? The fees, the APR, that kind of stuff. So, my page is. And then it would be nice to be able to see a page like this. So I accidentally clicked on it, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about as well. You can see the chart, token ID, the pool liquidity, that kind of stuff as well. I do think that this is important and would further incentivize people to just kind of get more involved. So let me click provide liquidity. Yeah, it wants to make me log in. People want to see more. So that was also something when I was asking questions in the past, where's the liquidity pools? How much? Where's all that? So looks like in the dashboard, you can actually see some of that information. So you can see the TVLs, 2.22 million, holders, circulating supply, that kind of stuff. Connect your wallet, see your data. Okay. So again, I've used the exchange. It's super fast. By the way, if you guys haven't used it, go check it out. Cross-chain DEX works as well. I've used it to swap a couple of times as well. All right. So liquidity pools, again, I think I don't think this is the full UI update. If it is, then I do have some constructive criticism for it in relation to like something like a saucer swap. When I do want to go and provide liquidity, I think it's important to see that. Let's see, analytics. I did try pulling this one up on mobile, but it wouldn't load for me. I'm not sure why. All right, let's see. Market cap. It says 5.753, but I'm assuming that's not the fully diluted one. So that's interesting. I think we should be able to see the fully diluted one as well. The fully diluted is the only one I look at personally. I know some people look at the other one too. TVL again, 2.2, 24-hour volume, 46,000. And then can I not scroll? I guess I can't scroll. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to zoom out. But you guys can see. Wait, can I really not scroll? Hold on. Okay, I guess I can't scroll down. Um, I thought I saw something down there. Let's see, where am I looking? Analytics. Yeah, there should be a volume one down here, right? Let's see, I'll let it. Yeah, I can't scroll down there. I don't know. I gotta like really zoom out. Not sure what's going on there, but yeah, for those of you guys listening on H3, I can't scroll down. So if there's any way to fix that without zooming out, that would be nice. I can't see the other ones. And then again, liquidity, but yeah, I mean, the swap works super fast. It's super nice. You can see all the tokens here on the H Suite side of things as well. So go check it out. Go see what's going on. You guys can see what's going on. HR Suite, empowering your finances. This is not sponsored by them in any capacity. I just want to share with you guys one of the latest updates. It looks like the app V19.9 is now live. So I'm curious to see what comes of V2 fully as well. So go check it out. Go see what's going on. I thought this was pretty cool. You guys are all familiar probably with Bobby. We had him on our show. We had him interview with us. Oh man, I think at the beginning of the year, at the end of last year. It's coming up on almost a year at this point, but looks like he has Bobby T currently out here, partnered with Lamey Pizza. You can see them. They look pretty cute. Actually, I want to get my hands on one of these. I love boba personally. It looks like probably mango, and I don't know what that is, taro or strawberry. Those are actually my favorite flavors too. So yeah, Bobby, you know where my heart is here. Let me see if there's audio. All right, there should be audio. Let me see. Check my phone real quick. I might restart the yeah, oh yeah. Looks like basically once the screen is sharing for like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, it likes to disconnect the audio for some reason. I don't know what. Maybe it's a bug with StreamYard. All right, looks like we're good. Let's restart the video. It's only like 40 seconds. I think this is cool, and it's one of the brands here on Hedera. So if you haven't seen it, go check out what they're doing. Oh, we love to see it. Shout out to Bobby. And then we also have Rooster Cartel as well with the hot sauce. So more and more food here on Hedera is always a win here. All right. So we got the Influencer Fight Club, Blonde Broker versus Ashley Decan, Karate Combat and Kraken here. So September, oh man, what is it, 18th? So we're coming up on about 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks to the date exactly for the next Karate Combat event. So we'll definitely be talking more about it as we get closer here. One of the biggest, one of the best use cases here on Hedera as well. Looks like Duncan. I've never seen this account before, but anyone involved really in Hedera with the hackathons or any of that kind of stuff, I try to shoot them a follow, turn notifications on, see what people are building as well. Looks like he'll be a judge for the Hello Future Hackathon under the RWA tokenization track. So we haven't had anyone from the hackathon come up on our show. I just haven't reached out for it yet. But if you guys are interested in unpacking any of those use cases, do let me know as well. Like I said, this is the first time in quite some time, basically the beginning of the year, since we have potentially about a dozen or so interviews lined up and we haven't had that in months, quite a long time, like 6 months. It's been a while, and like I said, there either hasn't been that many quality projects and or a lot of platforms. We just haven't had many people going to market anymore over the last 6 months or so. So it's great to see a lot more people starting to come back to the market, get excited about the market again, that kind of stuff. So go check out what's going on with the hackathon. We'll have to bring some people up from the hackathon as well. All right, it looks like Acer is doing a cancer trials AI companion. They are built on Hedera as well. I won't play the video here. Let me see if I can.
Ethics and trust are at the core of our AI.
Yeah, looks like there's AI system that they're building. So super fascinating. Another use case on Hedera as well. So go check out what they're doing. I told Pluto earlier, jokingly, CEO of Hashpack, I said this looked like a scam post for a second. A lot of them replicate Hashpack, unfortunately, but this one looks legit. At Hashpack app, if you guys, I have Hashpack fake support hashpacks in my DMs trying to scam me. So if you guys aren't familiar, make sure to only follow at Hashpack app. Introducing new Hashpack Support Center. Whether you're new to Hedera seasoned user, we got you covered with tips, support, tutorials, and direct support. Explore Web3 with confidence. So I haven't opened this, I haven't checked it yet, but go check it out. It's via Zendesk, it looks like, as well, to go see. I know, unfortunately, a lot of people are getting scammed by the fake hashpacks, and hopefully that's not you. Hopefully you shouldn't be. And again, if you guys aren't familiar, this is the only legit one as well. So make sure to go. Maybe even turn notifications on, perhaps. I think they're definitely important enough to stay up to date with. And obviously, you're probably using Hashpack, so go make sure it's on, because it is easy to if you're newer here, I should say, it's easy to get confused by some of the fake Hashpack accounts. Unfortunately, I did touch on last week that the Hedera. Was this a response, or was I thought that was a graphic? Maybe not, but Hedera being leaderless, the finality did drop recently below 3 seconds. Last week it was like 3.1, I believe, and the week before it was like 3.7. So basically, whatever Lehman's doing, whatever the team is doing at Swirlds, they're actually speeding up the network on how fast the nodes are coming to finality. So all nodes are equal, no complex leader selection, no need for blocks, DDoS resistant, that kind of stuff. It's kind of insane to see Hedera actually getting faster. You never would have thought it was possible, but of course, with the Swirls team and all the amazing developers there, I mean, they're doing some pretty insane stuff. Shout out to Skelly Bets again. We did interview them last Thursday, so check out what they're doing. Episode 247. If you missed that interview, I'm really bullish on their platform. I've tested out all the games during the live stream and on my personal time. They're a ton of fun. Unfortunately, I did lose some H-bar, but that's just the name of the game. I'm not necessarily good at the sites, but I do plan on hosting some fun games soon with the community, and I think the art's pretty cool as well. Shout out to Skelly Bets. All right. I love these bug graphics here with Stickbug. The Battle Bugs Discord arena is open. If you guys haven't joined the Stickbug Discord, it looks like they're going to be giving away some free tokens, having some fun with the Battle Royale. One of the developers I worked with in the ecosystem, I believe, built that bot. So if you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out. Go see what's going on. Maybe you can win some free Stickbug tokens before their upcoming mint on, you know what? I think it's during I'd be within the next 24 hours of the Karate Combat event. So stay tuned. We'll have to bring them up for an interview very soon before their mint goes live as well. So it looks like Jack shared a post on the upcoming mints as well. We got a few mints coming up here. You guys can check them out. Go see what's going on. Candy, HBAR Peacock, HBAR Car, Serial Finance, Futurity, and Stickbug. Yeah, on the 18th. I was right. So go check it out. Like I said, we haven't really had that many mints as of recent, but seeing this many back to back is exciting. As always, I definitely will be participating in a few of them. I'm looking forward to seeing more. Let me check out the comments here to see. Yeah, things seem to be picking up a bit. I forgot I commented on this one. Let's revisit this post at the end of the month. I'm curious to see how they go on through this month, and I'm always wishing for the best for all the platforms building here on Hedera Oh yeah, here you go. Here's the graphic. 2.93 is the time to consensus. The Hedera Global Distributed Ledger Network can reach consensus finality in 2.93 seconds. Absolutely insane. All right. Stick bug news. That was yesterday, targeting September 18th. We have had Postmaster up on the show a few times talking about it, but we'll have to do an official interview to unpack the digital trading card collections very, very soon. Looks like Fresh Supply Co. We have covered them on the show before. Are talking and actively working with MasterCard and Hedera. So very interesting. There's just a lot of connections in the background that Hedera is very much connected to. That's why I'm really excited for, especially for all season, because we saw what the Arcax BlackRock news did to the price, and having 100% gain in one day, I think it's not that crazy for Hedera to see multiple hundreds of percents, multiple percent days back to back with big enough announcements, especially once regulations come. So I think 2025, I truly believe that 2025 is going to be absolutely insane. That's why I'm working so hard to make sure you guys are up to date. We're bringing as many people into the ecosystem. I do believe Hedera is a place to be in Web3. House of Chimera, shout out to them, riding the wave. Another significant month. Oh, Scally Bets, what's up, brother? Yeah, thank you for the shout out. Much love. Yeah, appreciate you, brother. I mean, I'm here to support the platforms on Hedera that I believe are legit. If I don't think it's legit for some reason, then I just got to do more research. Just let me know why I should do more research, that kind of stuff, you know? So, again, shout out to Scally Bets. Excited to see what you are doing in the space, brother. All right. Riding the wave, another significant month for Hedera in network analytics. The HBAR ecosystem has experienced remarkable growth since the start of the year. It's managed to process 4.5 billion transactions this month. Surge in transactions caused by DApps such as Sausage Roll, Karate Combat, and a bunch of our other platforms here. So you can kind of just see Hedera's network analytics actually in an uptrend, even if volume and price is down. Look at this. You guys can actually see. Is this transactions? Oh, it's transaction. Okay. Yeah, transactions are definitely increasing. Let me go to the next page here. Rob Allen, shout out to you, brother. He's talking about Novik Tech. Looks like they didn't mention Hedera, but he said that they're a key contributor to the Hedera Guardian ecosystem. Hodl always wins. So let me just touch on this really quick before we talk about the interview. So I'm planning on having this platform being one of our next interviews. So here's a little sneak peek of them. I'm not familiar with what's going on, but it looks interesting. It's very exciting. Again, anyone building any platform. I used to be very bearish on anyone really going to market just because I got to see how bad the market was within the last 2 years. But now I'm actually getting a lot more bullish on the new platforms that are coming out because they did stick around for years at this point, continuing to build, identify where to build on Hedera, and create some really unique things. So very, very, very interested in who's building here in Hedera. So shout out to Hodl Always Wins. I'm looking forward to our interview here and seeing how we can how they're benefiting our ecosystem as well. So shout out to them. This is the NVQ that I was just talking about here. They didn't mention Hedera in this little article here, but it looks really interesting with the hydrogen markets. It's a little bit over my head on just kind of what's going on with it. But our accountability to the hydrogen markets it seems really, really interesting. I love the idea of renewable energy, different energy markets as well. So Hedera, the greenest crypto, the trust layer of the internet, I think that's a no-brainer for the future of green energy, of course, to be connected on Hedera as well. All right, it looks like a big NSK. I've never seen them, but I just shot them a follow over the weekend. They wrote up a article on Saucer Swap Labs. Go check out what they're doing as well. I thought the article was really well done. I am not going to be unpacking it. You guys can go check out the article, but I thought they did a great job as well. I'm not sure if it's for, actually it is. It looks like they tagged Thrive Hedera, so it might be for the contributions as well, which also I have not heard back yet So I'm still gonna keep pinging them, letting them know, hey, like I'm curious just how long it's gonna take. They did say it was gonna be a week. On this Thursday will be 2 weeks since I've heard anything. So I'm just waiting. I'm trying to be patient. I know a lot of these things take some time, but and we always want things to be done perfectly. I don't want to make excuses though. Like I think things could have been done differently for sure. So hopefully that gets sorted sooner than later. I am interested in what's being done over there, but also if they don't have more than one contribution every 3 months, I'm not that interested. I think most people probably won't even engage with it, to be honest. It's not fun. That's just my personal take on it. I want to see more ways for people to contribute and get involved. But I have seen, what I will say is, if this person does get a contribution, a reward, I have seen more people actually do deep dives and overviews of different platforms on Hedera, which is cool. You do want to see that for sure. So you love to see it. I just think that we could get more contribution if people were allowed to do more than one for 3 months. That's just my personal take. I was literally thinking about Sphere World yesterday because I keep hearing people talking about Algorand and what's going over there with some of their football, soccer, right, around the world, some of their use case over there. So Sphere World, I got to go look into it deeper, but looks like they partnered with Headstarter, securing a future of accelerated innovation when missions align. So I'm curious what this means, what this is going to look like. Doesn't really look like there's much details involved, but Sphere World's our football equivalent to Algorand use case on Hedera. So go check that one out as well. Shoot them a follow at Sphera World. All right, we're going to start wrapping up the show here very soon. So again, if you want to hear any alpha, feel free to leave a comment. I actually haven't checked the comment section here. Stealthy, what's good, brother? Glad I can make this one. Appreciate you tuning in here today. Shiano, what a year. Appreciate the H-Bark reward here. Peacock Coin, I do see you would like to do an AMA. Most definitely, more than happy to bring you on. Need more enterprise level use cases on Hedera. I agree with that. We'll definitely have to just shoot me a DM. If you've already shot me a DM, I'll have to recheck it. I fortunately get a lot of DMs, so I'm trying my best. Again, if anyone's if I haven't responded to your DM, just shoot me another DM. I have quite a few of them that I have to get through almost every day after the shows, especially, and I try to kind of take a little bit off. I usually try to go to the gym or something after the shows, just to try to disconnect a little bit from the space as well. But best way to reach me, of course, if you're in an alpha chat, I am there active most days. So if you're not in an alpha chat already, head to my main profile here. I'll show you guys here really quick. Super easy, super simple. It's actually super cheap as well to get in. We're up to about 80 members now as well. We're growing pretty much every week at this point. We've gone back up to a few members a week now. So again, if you guys have not joined, the link is in my bio here. 3 NFTs, shoot me a DM once you are good to go, and I'll add you in here. It's basically these shows in an alpha chat, and I share some exclusive stuff in there as well. But again, super bullish on this ecosystem. I haven't left. I've been here for years. Going to continue to bring in as many people, continue to network, continue to share as much alpha as possible with you guys. Cosmonauts coming soon. Don't forget to shoot Cosmonauts a follow as well. That'll be my Hashnotes collection soon. Of course, if you like our astronauts, our little cosmonauts, of course, that is the art. You can see it up here on the banner as well. If you're on the live stream. Well, I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in here today. Friendly reminder, this show is sponsored by @Gilmore_States and the GC token, tokenizing real estate on Hedera, here on episode 248. Token ID 0.03241481. I'm super excited to see more use cases going live on Hedera, especially tokenizing real estate and real world assets on Hedera. So shout out to Gilmore Estates. Appreciate you, brother, for sponsoring our shows here today and on Wednesdays as well. Our show will be sponsored tomorrow as well. So shout out to Gilmore Estates. Shout out to everyone tuning in here today. I see Peacock Coin, Josh, Gilmore Estates, H-Bob, Stealthy, George, Crypto Tracker, H-Bar Car, Ciano, Sky High, Heisen Jake, who's this Crypto Bit Mag, G, Rabbit, and all 100-something of you guys tuning in here on the live stream. Much love to you guys, and I will catch you all tomorrow, 5 p.m. EST, the place to be in Web3. Much love, you guys. Peace, y'all.